Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite video. And in today's video, I'm gonna give you guys some tips and tricks on how to drop your first 20 bomb. And for the gameplay in the background, I end up dropping 24 kills. So I'm gonna be commentating over this gameplay and breaking it step by step on how exactly I approach my gunfights and how exactly I was able to drop 20 kills in this gameplay. And before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. If you guys want a chance to win some free V-Bucks, all you need to do is to drop a like on this video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on my notifications, and as well leave a comment down below of your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. And as well, make sure you guys have me added and supported as a creator. All you need to do this is go over to the item shop, hit X, go to support a creator, and then type in my code, and my code is Young Humor. And once you type that in, all you have to do is accept it, and you will have me added and supported as a creator. And just remember that every 2 weeks the code resets. You're gonna have to retype in Young Humor every 2 weeks. And lastly, I'm starting up my Twitch channel, so if you guys want to see some live gameplays, I'm gonna go for a lot of solo squads, high 20 kill gameplays. And if you guys want to see those type of gameplays, make sure you guys follow me on Twitch. It's going to be Young Humor TTV, so make sure you guys follow me if you guys would like to see that. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this gameplay, like I said, I end up dropping 24 kills, and I want to give you guys some tips and tricks on how exactly I was able to drop 20 kills in this gameplay. And ever since I switched to PC with controller, I've gotten more 20 bombs than ever. And honestly, when I'm playing for the majority of the day, so after I get home from school when I'm playing, I can usually drop at least 4 or 5 20 bombs a day, sometimes even 6 or more. So I'm constantly dropping a ton of high kill games, and that's why I'm really excited about streaming again, because I drop a ton of high kill gameplays that you guys, I'm sure you guys want to see. But when you're going for the 20 kill gameplay, there's definitely a few things you have to keep in mind and a few things that you have to do. If you guys want to go for high kill games, just go for 20 bombs or anything like that. So I ended up getting 4 kills right off the start of the game in retail, and I do believe there's going to be another team that I'm going to end up fighting. But as I come over here, I see a rift to go, and rifts are going to be a huge part and a huge reason of why I'm going to be able to rotate across the map very quickly. So as you can see, I'm running over, and I'm going to see another guy. I think they're about to get into a gunfight, so I'm pushing as fast as I can. I'm going right through the middle of retail, because you always want to try to get to the team before they start fighting each other, otherwise you're going to be losing out on a lot of kills. So I get quite a few tags on this guy. This guy's pretty weak, and since he's weak, I'm not really too worried about him doing too much damage to me, because even though he has high ground and he's low, even if he tries to go for a shot on me, which he did right there, doesn't really matter, because if I can get a good pump shot off or maybe a few other tags on him, a lot of times I'm going to be able to knock that player. So even if he does damage to me, I'm still going to have the knock on that player, and I'm going to get HP from it, and it's going to be a lot easier to kill his teammate, because the guy on top is going to be knocked, which means I'm going to have high ground and give me a huge advantage in that fight. And one thing that I like to do a lot when I comes against going against players who have high ground or going against better teams is I like to box in a lot. I'm sure I've talked about this in a lot of my videos. So I box in like this and wait for them to make a play on me. And while this could be really good for taking out those sweaty teams, if the other teams decide to just camp on top and not make a push, it could really cost you a lot of time. So you want to be careful about boxing in all the time and playing really slow. You only really want to play slow maybe if you're getting rushed really hard by 4 players. Maybe you're getting just spammed with grenade launchers, cleaners, whatever the case may be. So of course then you want to box in, because you're not going to be able to make a play on people who are spamming you with explosives all game. And one rotation that I've been making that I wanted to talk about is for the games that I land retail, and pretty much the only 2 places I land on the map are tilted and retail. And when I come from retail, I used to almost every single time go Salty Springs, but every time that I'd rotate from retail over to Salty, more times than not, I don't really know exactly why this is, but there would be no teams in Salty, which means, there's already been teams, but they already moved out and they're nowhere to be found. So what I've done instead is I rotated over to Dusty, so I no longer go over to Salty Springs, and instead I go over to Dusty Divot. And most of the time, I would say 7 out of 10 times, there's gonna be a team in Dusty, or there could be where the diner is over on the other side. And even if there is a team at Salty, if you're fighting a team in Dusty, most people from Salty, unless they're really bad and they have no idea what they're doing, they're most likely gonna rotate over to Dusty. They're not gonna be rotating over to Fatal Fields unless they see a team there for whatever reason. So most of the time they're going to be rotating over to Dusty. So after you kill the team that pretty much the team that I'm fighting right now, if there's a team in Salty that's going to be pushing over, I'm going to have kills on that as well. So that's a really good rotation. Instead of going to Salty Springs, just go to Dusty Divot first and you kill the team there, and then if there is a team Salty, they're going to push you right after, so you're going to be able to take out even more players in that scenario. So just making a switch like that is going to save you a lot of time, and as well it's going to help you guys find a lot more players, because finding players in Fortnite could be a big struggle, especially for me, because I've been trying to go for a lot of 30 bombs and I've only had one of them so far, but I've had so many 27, 28, and I've had probably 3 or 4 29 kill games, and just pretty much for me it's just finding the amount of people that I need to get that really high kill game that I want, the 30 bomb. So I have to be able to rotate quickly, and as well I want to rotate smart. I want to go to Dusty Divot instead of Salty, and as well when I'm rotating over, most of the time there's going to be a team closer. I don't know exactly what it's called. I don't know. I call it like the pirate location. It's the location that is where the planes used to be by Dusty Divot, kind of below the hill where all the cannons are. And so a lot of people are going to be around that location. And as well, right here, I was going to find another team at Loot Lake, and I'm going to look out again. So this team is going to end up running away, but even though they ran away, they end up using a rift, which I followed, and I went immediately for high ground, and I was able to pick off all 4 of them. So I get the elimination on this player, and you're going to see, so there's going to be a team that's boxing right here in front of me. They're going to use the rift, and there's also going to be a team on top, so that's going to work out really good in my favor. So I'm going to immediately go for high ground on top. I'm going to be able to get 1 down on 1 player, hit him with a 1 pump, make for a pretty good edit play, and have 2 of them finished. So I want to go for the thirst right away, otherwise they're probably just going to drop down to the bottom and their teammates are going to get the revive on them. And the reason why you want to thirst really hard when it comes to major build fights is because when there's so many builds around, if you don't thirst them right then and there and they drop down, it's going to be almost nearly impossible to find them afterwards. So maybe even if you do get the HP for killing the rest of the team, you're not going to be able to get their loot. And if you're running through multiple players, you're going to need the mats, and if you're in a build fight like that, then of course you're going to be low on mats and you're going to have to pick them up from the players that you kill. So that could be another reason why you'd want to thirst them instantly instead of waiting for it. And one thing that I do, I don't know if you guys catch on, so right when I kill this player, or actually I knocked him, and so what I'm going to do, even if I did kill him and his loot was falling, so you know how the ramp goes up, so once you kill him the loot's going to fall down. So instead of just trying to follow it down to the ground, I'm going to be placing walls, and the walls are going to catch the loot, and as well as going to catch the player. So after I kill the guy immediately on the ramp, I'm going to be placing my wall so the loot doesn't fall all the way down. I don't know if most of you guys do that already, but in case you didn't, that's something you should definitely do. It saves you a ton of time, and it's really helpful. Just make sure you're placing your walls to kind of catch the loot that's falling. So here I am going for the next team, and the reason why I didn't go for high ground initially and try to pick the players off from there is I noticed the player was kind of lacking at the bottom, and that's one thing you have to master if you want to be able to get those really high kill games, is you have to be able to get a lot of kills and do really well from not the best positions, because it would have been the better position just to go for high ground and have that kind of advantage. But at the same time, if you go for high ground and the other 2 players are fighting, more times than not one of them is gonna get the down, so you're gonna lose out on kills. So a lot of times if you want to be able to drop those really high kill games, those 20 or 30 kill games, you're gonna have to just be really good at being able to win gunfights in bad positions, because there's gonna be a lot of times where it's gonna be way smarter to go for the player that's on top instead of going for the player that's on bottom if you want to be able to win the game. But if you want to go for those high kill games, there's gonna be a lot of chances and a lot of opportunities where if you want to be able to kill all the players in that gunfight, you're gonna have to go to low ground and be able to pick off the player right there, and then be able to go for high ground and get that back and then finish out the fight from there. So you're gonna have to be able to master playing low ground and as well getting high ground and maintaining it as soon as you get it. So there's definitely a lot of factors that goes into going for the most amount of kills possible in the game that you're in. So at this point I'm at 21 kills and there's going to be 4 people left in my game. So I noticed this player isn't the best of player, so I'm going to go over here and go for the quick elimination. I'm not going to try to do anything fancy, just going to finish him off, and that's what I was able to do. And unfortunately I wasn't quick enough to get over here. Maybe if I killed the other player a little bit quicker, maybe if I didn't teabag the player that I knocked earlier, then I probably would have been over here and got the remaining 3 players instead of coming a little bit late and only getting the remaining 2. So I get a knock on the first player, and you're going to see probably one of the biggest chokes I've ever had. I'm going to try to kill this guy, and I'm going to mess up so many times. So I'm going to be able to get a tag on this guy pretty soon. So this guy's building up. I get a 72 damage shot. I hit him again for I think 80. So this guy definitely has no shield. He's really low. So I'm going to try to go for a cone on him. I missed the cone. I missed the edit. I fall all the way down again. So right now I'm just choking. This guy's really low, so I don't have to worry about too much. But I keep messing up, and it's going to take me a little bit longer to kill this player than I really wanted to. But it doesn't really matter since this is the last player and this guy still has low HP. So this guy's running around on the bottom boxed up, and I'm going to be able to get the quick shot on him with my shotgun and finish him off for 24 kills. And with that being said, that's what for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys liked it, and if you could, drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on my notifications, notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.